What's poppin', beautiful people up in YouTube land? I put the 3G value, feel me? In this vid, my son Trippin, child labor, and Nike. Well, this has been going on for years, so I mean, let's hear what his points is on this, cause I know it's gonna be
Everyone watching,
very intriguing.
do you want to see some magic? Okay, ready? You are wearing Nike sweatpants, a
No,
Nike crew neck,
no,
some Nike socks,
yeah, he
and
called me.
even a Nike jock strap.
No,
As you glance into your closet, it's covered by Nike swooshes. You even have a Michael Jordan poster in your room.
I had one.
How do you know, I ask? Well, it's kind of
I mean,
obvious.
it's
Nike is
Nike.
the biggest, most noticeable retailer in the world. We see Nike everywhere on TV, sponsored by our favorite athletes or your favorite rapper. Thanks a lot, Travis Scott. Nike alone almost did $40 billion in sales last year and is projected to do the same this year. Today, we're going to be looking at
They
Nike
could
and
do
the
a lot more
horrific
if they
history
sold more.
involving child labor, sweatshops, and corruption. I know other brands like Adidas.
Like, we not asking for, like, to flood the market with the sneaker or whatever, but at least make some more, man. Like, come on, bro. Like, I'm not heavy into, like, I don't really care about the resale or whatever, nigga, because I'm most likely gonna wear them later on anyway. Like, feel me? People that be worrying about that be the people that be trying to put them shits on mad quick, try to make a statement like, oh, I'm cool, I got the nah, bro. Like, feel me? But
And Reebok have also been accused of similar conditions, but this video is focused on Nike and Nike alone. My name is Tripping. Sit back and relax, and make sure to watch to the end of the video for a little surprise. Nike's
little
first allegations
surprise.
of using sweatshops started in
Voice
the
is
early
mad deep.
1970s, when their main countries of production were South Korea, mainland China, and Taiwan.
Taiwan, yep.
As these areas grew economically, many of the factory workers decided to leave their jobs in the factory and go towards higher paying jobs in their country. This left Nike to look at other countries to develop their factories. It wasn't until the 1990s where Nike really saw a boom in their sales, and that was
That's
thanks to
because of
one
Jordan.
man and one man only,
I
Michael
wanna be, I
Jordan.
wanna
To
be
compete
like
with the
Mike.
amount of orders being processed for any new Air Jordan models, Nike started to place factories overseas in countries with very low economic statuses. These countries would be plopped down right in poor areas. Many employees at the factories would live in the surrounding areas. The heads of the factories were Nike contractors who didn't have any involvement with the factory. Nike director Todd McKean even was quoted back in 2001 saying, "Initial attitude was."
And this shit is sad because, like, bro, they ain't getting paid nothing but like pennies and shit, or not nothing, and they make it only for like $1, bro. We buy this shit for like 200, bro. Shit is crazy.
Hey, we don't own the factories. We don't control what goes on there. Quite frankly, that was a sort of irresponsible way to approach this.
Yeah,
We
all
had
the
people there every day looking at the quality. Those who were inspecting the quality and supervision was given to an upper level factory worker. These supervisors were responsible for making sure the workers follow and perform optimal standards. From what you can guess, the bar for these standards were very, very, very fucking low. After investigations of factories, it showed that supervisors often overstep their duties.
yeah,
What
they
a
ain't
big
getting paid.
shocker, right? The laws protecting workers were thrown out the window. I mean, who needs laws anyway? Who cares? Say goodbye to health standards and the wage to live. What would happen to allow these conditions to exist was the political leaders were getting paid off by the factory supervisors in order to limit government interference. Then the politicians would then relay that information to the military and police units who overlooked the conditions in the factories so that the illegal environments could remain open and function. Just normal corruption happening, nothing new here, everyone. Those who made up the factory were 75 to 80% women, ranging in the age from teens to early 20s.
That's
They
crazy.
would work 9 to 13 hours a day, 6 days a week, and usually
6 days.
to work overtime to help support their needs and meet financial comforts. There
That's
was this
crazy. They ain't getting nothing, bro. They slaving these niggas, bro.
documentary that was released in the early 2000s by a man and a woman. The man's name was Jim Keedy, and Leslie Krasuku.
Correct.
Krasuku.
Crestus.
I don't know.
Crestus.
These two decided to move to Indonesia
I
and
did
live
worse
like
than him.
Nike factory workers for a month. They lived off the same wages as them, lived in the same housing, to basically see if you could survive in the
There's
living
no way.
conditions of a Nike factory worker. Their living conditions were horrible. They slept on a little mat in a cement room. They had shit coming up from the sewer lines, so you could take a shit and then walk out on the front doorstep and see your same shit be lying there. And most importantly, their daily wage was $1.25. Jim lost 25 pounds in a month living off those wages. The factories would also dump extra rubber soles and any other part of the unused shoes nearby and then fucking burn it. Obviously, these release horrible toxins.
Cause they already know niggas already got the mind. They privy to it. They could just take all that shit and flip that, bro. I'm not gonna hold you. Bro, if I was living in this condition, bro, like I would when they ready to throw out like all that extra parts or whatever, I'm gonna have a book bag ready. Put that shit in a bag. They gonna kill me. They gonna shun me. But
And
that's
carcinogens
crazy,
into the
bro.
air. This affects the local children and everyone living in the
Fucking up
area,
all your
and most
lungs and
likely
all
is
that.
a
That's
gateway to
crazy.
lifelong lung damage and probably cancer. That shouldn't really matter to you watching right now, because I bet you are sucking on a mango jewel pod right now.
Nope, no
So the
fuck with
idea
them
of lung
shits.
cancer is just blown out the window anyway.
I
While
don't know why
protests and
people
hunger
like that
strikes were
shit so
happening
much.
worldwide,
It's crazy that they did that for people to like slowly but surely stop smoking. That shit just made niggas want to smoke even more. Them Jews, bro, that shit bad.
against
Don't
Nike
do it,
and
kids.
quote, just don't do it. Nike had to respond and respond fast. Nike responded the only reasonable way to an outrage by millions of people knowing how your factory conditions are overseas. They doubled down and they made the factories like a death camp. They would kill off all factory workers after every shift. I'm just kidding. Nike actually did something. During the 1990s, Nike installed a code of conduct for all their factories. This code was called SHAPE: Safety, Health, Attitude, People, and Environment. The company also spends around $10 million a year to follow the code, adhering to regulations for fire safety, air quality, minimum wage, and overtime limits. They also substituted many harmful chemicals that formerly were petroleum based to now a less harmful water base. In 2002 and 2004, Nike audited its factories 600 times, giving each factory a score on a scale from 1 to 10. On a grading scale, most of the factories scored B or C. If any factory
Damn.
received lower, Nike threatened to stop producing in that factory unless conditions were rapidly improved. Most recently, in 2016, the Fair Labor Association issued reports on working conditions in a factory in Vietnam. The reports detailed various violations of labor standards. This led to protests at
Pregnancy
Georgetown University
discrimination. That's
until
crazy.
they removed themselves from the brand. Also, in 2017, there were organized protests that were held at numerous Nike stores. So, what else can Nike be faulted for? We know that they probably aren't improving their quality of factories that heavily, but what can they do now in 2020?
Nigga, they gotta pay them niggas up. You gotta start paying them more bread, bro.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the first official Family Feud or Jeopardy! I'm Steve Harvey, and we're gonna play a little game. Here is a shoe. I bet you know what this shoe is called and the retail price of this
This
shoe.
shit
If
like a
you are
stack,
clueless and an
boy.
absolute soft brain, brainless moron, this is the Air Jordan 1. And the retail of this shoe can range from $125 to $160. So, my contestants watching this video, I'm going to give you a couple seconds to guess the cost to make a pair of Air Jordan 1s.
$2.
The time starts now.
150. 150 to $3 range, I would say.
Okay, everyone, answers are locked in. No cheating, you fuckers. I know some of you are going on Google and Googling it right now.
Hands right here,
And
my guy.
now, the answer you've all been waiting for. Can I get a drum roll, please?
This nigga, Ninja.
The answer is
I was close.
$16.25.
Oh no,
Yes,
$16.
that is the actual cost to make your
That's
favorite
actual.
shoe. As you can see, the materials cost $10. Then, what a surprise, low amount for labor,
Labor
some
is wild.
overhead fees, and the factory profit. And finally, the total costs. Nike profits drastically,
I was
and
off, but
most
I mean,
importantly, the
labor,
retail
I was on
markup
it.
price. Nike is selling this shoe for extremely more than what they're making it for. I hope this puts some things into perspective for everyone watching this video. If you made it this far in the video, I would like to thank you so much for watching. How do you think the Nike factories are overseas, and would you ever like to know how they are? I mean, it's 2020, almost 2021. I don't really feel confident that these factories are in perfect condition
Imagine now, niggas
because
is
they
working
are
in
sweatshops
with all this
overseas.
shit
What do we
going on.
really expect? There's a reason why Nike is doing all of their manufacturing overseas because it's cheap and pretty much,
They
a
get away
lot
with
of work
mad
is being
stuff.
done. I don't think that quality of production will ever be done in the United States. But also the main surprise, I have a second channel for all shoe reviews, clothing reviews, and any extra content that I feel like posting, gaming, car
Tipping
vlogs,
does, I mean,
vlogs, anything in general.
tripping does
Make
stuff.
sure you go check it out. First link in the fucking description. Make
Yo,
sure you go
that
check
picture
it
is
out
funny as shit.
and give me some
Why is that
support. I'm
little
gonna be
kid
posting
got that
probably
AK
daily on
like
that
that?
channel. But hey, it's been your boy Tripping. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video.
Bro, I'm not gonna hold you. It's sad to say, like, it's sad to say this, but like, I've been aware of this for years, bro. As a kid, niggas still consuming these niggas, bro. I mean, at the end of the day, bro. Yes, that's bad. It's bad, but it's like, bro, this is my high. These sneakers, bro. You feel me? Like, as you can see from my first channel, if you don't not subscribe, channel 3G Belly GG. If you do not subscribe that. Feel me? But yeah, bro, like that. Ever since a kid, bro, love sneakers, bro. Especially Nike, bro. From a kid, like kid and up. But it's like it's sad, bro, seeing this. But it's your boy G. Out of here. Peace.